Alright, it's September 2nd, 2021. Got this thing running halfway decent. Ended up having to replace the carburetor on it. And had to make a new governor, throttle linkage. Got a couple more things on. It's got an exhaust leak over here. It's pretty heavy duty. And the water pump bearings are making a little noise. Gonna have to adjust left rear brake on it, the left brake, and replace all these lines yet. Service front end loader. It's working, but the lines are pretty damn sketchy. At least that one is, that one. And I'll probably end up doing all of them. These ones up here, that one's bad. That one's not too bad. I think this, I don't know how much fluid's in this thing, but this left cylinder over here for the bucket isn't working at all. It's stuck. The right one works. Now I need to clean out the filter on it when I get ready to. See if I can actually climb up on this thing. You can hear it popping and cracking there. We're moving out now. We're in low second gear. Burning up the road here. I think this thing had power steering to begin with. It's got a block off plate where it was. And it had all the lines on the arms, on the radius arms for power steering cylinders. Somebody took that shit off. I don't really need it now. It actually moves fairly easily. Yeah, man, down in the trailer park over here. Tearing up the road. Tearing up the grass. Got one mirror, no lights. There's my hood and my bucket over there. Gonna have to well up the bucket. Got the bottom where it attaches on, torn off there. Just reinforce that and weld the plate on the back of it. Move this thing out of the way a little bit. I got a couple of grass over here where this thing's sitting. It's been hot out. I haven't really been messing with it too much. That school just started back, so I'm having to run back and forth to school, deliver the kid. They don't like that exhaust leak there. You hear it popping, so it's trying to idle. Popping pretty good. I'm gonna have to pop the manifold off there and hope the manifold's not cracked or warped too bad. If it is, I have to straighten that thing out. I'll go ahead and order a gasket tonight for it, just to have one here. Runs a hell of a lot better with that new carburetor on there. I didn't know how it would work with cheapo carb, but it seems to be working pretty good. It didn't quite fit on there perfect. It came with 5/16 studs, and even when I put 1/4-inch studs in there, I had the feel equivalent for 1/4 20 studs, and still had cut the manifold out a little bit where the mounting holes go to get it to mount up. But it seemed to be running halfway decent, even though it's leaking like a sieve out of the exhaust gasket over there. I'm not going to bother trying to fine tune the carb yet till I get that manifold on there. It's halfway decent now. Moves under its own power. Let me put this emergency brake on. There we go. Runs halfway decent with that carb on there. Like I said, the only thing was the mounting holes weren't perfect, but it fit and ran without having to do anything to it. It didn't dump the gas out of it. The other one, I tried different float positions, replaced the needle and seat for the float on it, and the float tested the float. The float itself was good. One float wasn't sinking. It was just wouldn't hold fuel, and would sit there and dump gas out the throat of it, and even when it wasn't dumping gas, it'd be spitting back like crazy, no matter how you adjusted it. So new carb's good. Tank's good on this thing. I had a gas cap off. I don't know where that gas cap came from. They had a radiator cap on here on top of the gas, or some cheapo gas cap on there that didn't really work very well. I had that nice chrome one. I think I got that for a motorcycle or something. It's vented, and it just happened to fit on there perfect. I had it laying around for years now, and new in the box. These lines, I'm about afraid to use that loader any at all for lines busting off. I don't know if anybody's ever had a hydraulic line bust, but they do a number. I know that fluid's probably never been changed in this thing for a long time. So like I said, we'll drain that out, replace lines on it, drain it out, flush it out probably. The cylinders here, they're both halfway decent. They got some kind of stupid, I won't even call it a stop. Well, they are stops. They just cut 2 pieces of angle iron and wire tied them to the rams there. They work, but I might try to do something different on there. We'll see. All in all, I'm fairly happy with it. Got to get a gauge set. None of the gauges work at all, even though they all actually water temperature's fine. Oil pressure's fine. I've already tested it. The ammeter don't work. The tax speedo don't work. partially because it was missing the drive off the back of the generator because it's a 12-volt generator, and I don't know what they did with the drive on it. It's just totally gone off the generator. So I need a drive and a cable and a new tachometer. I've tried to run it with a piece of core running off a drill. Just inner cable, run it up in there just to spin it, and it still won't work. So we'll be doing that. Other than that, then I might need to see about resealing that speedo box, or at least changing the fluid in it or something. If it's even got any in there, it's leaking pretty good. I just pressure washed this thing not that long ago, and I must have knocked all the dirt that was sealing it off of the around the seals, because once I cleaned it, it started leaking. Usually that's dirt holding it in, but we'll see. All right, that's about it for this one. Still got to do this fender over here. That thing's rotted out at the bottom. That one's good, but toolbox is rotted out, so I think I'll probably pull it off of there and weld up some sheet metal on the back of the toolbox, and then probably rubberize, undercoat the insides of it there, and paint the outsides. Maybe not. Haven't decided yet. I'm really not big on how it actually looks. As long as everything's not rust and holes in it, we're cool. This ain't a show tractor. That's not what I bought it for. It's just a damn piece of farm equipment, even though I don't have a farm. It's just something to mess around with, which is what I've been doing. Kind of neglecting other stuff to mess with this. But it's getting to be working season here shortly. It's starting to cool off a little bit. That's when it's time for me to go to work heavy, or at least semi, about as heavy as I get anymore. All right, thank you. Like I said, if you like my videos, share, comment, subscribe, like, all that jazz. If you don't, oh well. All right, thank you. Take care.